Another election season is here. You know what that means. Time to go out and vote.
This November, make sure you head to your local polling station and cast your ballot.
And if you can't make it on election day, be sure to check the rules on early voting and mail-in ballots for your state.
And if you're not registered to vote, get registered. And if you're not sure if you're registered to vote, make sure you double check.
Go to vote.org to check your status. There are plenty of organizations working to get people registered to vote.
Own your vote, when we all vote, even Facebook.
Your vote matters.
Voting gets officials elected who care about your issues into office.
In 1920, Harry Byrne, a young representative from McMinn County, Tennessee, was the deciding vote in the legislature.
After reading a letter from his mother, who encouraged him to support women's suffrage, he cast the final ballot which ratified the 19th Amendment.
With his vote, thousands of women gained the right to vote.
But we must remember that it was organized protests by the suffragettes that pushed the issue of women's suffrage on the desk of the legislature in the first place.
So what happens after I cast in my ballot? Can I just go take a nap?
No! All of our voices matter after Election Day, too.
And if you're one of the 6.1 million citizens who can't vote because of a criminal record,
your voice still matters. You can still be heard despite restrictive voting laws.
So much key legislation today was secured not simply by voting in representatives, but by organized protests that pushed legislatures to act on our behalf.
The Civil Rights Act of 1964,
The Voting Rights Act of 1965,
the Americans with Disabilities Act of 1990,
the National Labor Relations Act of 1935,
The 15th Amendment,
the 19th Amendment,
the 24th Amendment,
the 26th Amendment were all passed because people organized.
people like Fannie Lou Hamer,
John Lewis,
Frank Bowe,
Judy Heumann,
Workers who went on strike for better working conditions.
Frederick Douglass,
William Lloyd Garrison,
Lucy Stone,
Septima Clark,
Willie Velasquez,
Miguel Trujillo, all organized and advocated for the people in their community.
This November, vote for the change you want to see.
But once you cast your vote, do not stop there.
we the people have the power to organize and determine our futures.
think of other problems facing your community.
and look for groups that are doing work to solve those problems.
So remember, register to vote.
Find your nearest polling place.
Or vote by mail.
But once you cast your ballot, the work of civic engagement is not over. On the contrary, your work has just begun.